Figured I'd go and check. Still up. For a house he says he sold, still for sale. This cannot be denied. I heard every time he tries to justify something, he tells a more confusing story that makes no sense. He said, I heard he said, Zillow doesn't update anything. Hey, it's been updated the last 3 weeks with continuous price drops. Yeah, it is being updated. And all updates are done within 24 to 36 hours. It's like that for every property listed on the internet, with any realtor, any source. The last thing they want is property that's still up, that's already been sold, and they don't want to be bothered. In this computer age, information is pretty much instantaneous. This may take them a day or two to update things, and then new listings are posted. Properties that are sold are taken down. This cannot be denied. It's a fact. He had to leave by the 15th. That was his 30-day notice he got from the bank. He had to be out by then. The bank's trying to clean up the property and do whatever they can to try to make it presentable enough to the public that somebody may be interested. If you notice, on every listing, there's the house, property around it. This is the only one, if you scroll through here, doesn't show his house. Some trees and a guardrail that's in front off to the side. They're afraid if they show how run down that fucking place is, the way he ran it into the fucking ground. Nobody would be interested, not even for $100,000. I bet those, we buy crappy homes people, I don't think they'd want to touch that thing with a 10-foot fucking pole. He destroyed it because he's a pig, a slob, lived like an animal. Just ran it into the fucking ground, inside and outside. Said he wasn't foreclosed on. Wouldn't he still be living there if he was still trying to sell it? Although he said he sold it. Very often I've heard this from my ex-wife's nephew, Danny, that's in real estate. He's worked with banks, foreclosures, regular home sales, commercial business sales. Very often, me and my brother had to go through there to get a fucking renter out of one of our units. We had to give that motherfucker $5,000 just to get him out. And banks will do the same thing. Yeah, I think he did get a few bucks. Bank said, okay, your time's up. Oh, but where am I going to go? I got no money to get an apartment. Here's $5,000. You got more than enough for first and last in security. Now your fat ass is out of there on the fucking 15th. Or else you're going to be forced out. And this was last November. Here we are a month later. And he's spending money buying more Hot Wheels cars, bracelets, watches. You got to pay for a pod. And he's been living in a hotel room that welfare, public assistance has been paying for. Anyway, listen, I got to get going. But the one thing I find unusual, anytime anybody says anything, whether it's myself, other people, he's real quick to come back with a fucking response to prove everybody wrong. And like I say, the more he tries to prove everyone wrong, the more and more of a convoluted, confusing, fucked up story he tells. That makes no sense. Well, a hot topic of conversation this week has been his situation at that hotel room and things he's been doing and saying about a woman there that are pretty inappropriate. You heard it like I heard it. I don't need to repeat it. But the funny thing is, with everything that's been said by quite a few people, He has been as quiet as a fucking church mouse. No response, no rebuttal. I like saying rebuttal. He's got a big fucking rebuttal. And a big fucking belly too, and a whole shitload of fucking chins. Not a fucking peep. Not a fucking peep. Does not want to address it at all. I don't know about you. Hey, I'm just saying it. It makes me wonder about things, you know. And now he's off on a new venture with a Hot Wheels channel. So anyway, listen, I gotta get going. Have a